Howdy, howdy, boys and girls. Friar Mike back at you again. A little bit of Locksmithing 101, but we're going to advance just a wee bit, and we're going to be talking about Medeco biaxial. In this case, it's going to be M3 using a DL, or what's known as a dealer keyway. We got a handful, 18 or so of these to put together, so let's go over to the kit. Let's walk you through it and see what's going to happen. Come on. Alright, as we're going to get into these guys, you got to have some things, some accoutrements. You really need to have a Medeco. A medical gauging plate, because as you can see, you have both fore and aft cuts, which are approximately 3 or 4 millimeters separated from one another. And with those guys, you have fore and aft angles that work with, and everything has a letter number designator. Nice thing about these guys, they are also the only one of the few that have a #1 master pin for, obviously, for multi-level pinning. So let's get started. Alright, so we're dealing with our due level, so we're looking first for a 1M. We're going to look at our board right here, and you'll be able to pull out 1M. You'll get it. You'll find a little protrusion on the rear. You slot it down in there, and you look at where your angle is, and you see it from the top depending on which way it's going. So, alright, so this is an aft angle, or an aft cut, based on its determination, and it is an M. So drop that into our first slot, and then what do we need? We're going from a 1, 2, 4, so I need a #4 master wafer, which is a fairly beefy looking thing. Drop that in there. Now with these guys, they have their driver pins coincide with the number of pins in here. So I mean, right now we're at a 5 depth, so we will use a #5 driver, which is shorter than a #1 driver. We'll get this guy to settle itself in there. Throw a spring on it and see if this will work, the keys that we have in place for it. So first we have our known master. Let's just throw that spring right in my chest. Yes, this is Mike.
Hey, like I got out part 2. I have a question if you guys can make him a key for his e-bike where he lost the key.
Tell him to bring me the lock or the battery.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I mean, I'll have to take part of it. It's going to be here for a day or two, but generally, yes, I can make a key for him.
Perfect. I'll let him know.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
We'll cancel that out. All right, so we got our first cut is beautiful. Our second one is a 3 Samuel. Line of 3 Samuels over here at the far right. Now it's lined up with #3. 3 Samuel. What was that about? Alright, 3 Samuel, and it's going to a 5, so we need a #2 master wafer. Drop that guy in there, and these guys are squirrely. I mean, if you don't line them right when you drop them in, they do not drop clean. You got to be like dropping a dime in a penny slot. I don't know where I put that guy at the moment. out some of this struggle. Alright, so we got our number 2 and we're doing another number 5 driver. Next cut, we're doing a 1 Samuel. Got one line, find Samuel. Gauge it, make sure it's the right one. I mean, I'm solid on these because this is a brand new kit and I have allowed no one to touch it. As long as I don't let them touch it, I know it won't be fucked up. Alright, we go in the next death of the force. We need a number 3 to slide in there with that one. And a number 4 driver. And wait a minute. We'll bugger that one up. Keep track of what number you're on because weird things will happen. I put that in the wrong spot is what happened there. Alright, space number 4, I have a 4 Mary. Line 4, Mary second over. Gauge it, you know what's good. Everything appears to be an apt cut, so that's making my life just a wee bit. And to go with that 4 is a 6, so I need a number 2. And it's a 6, so I need a number 6 driver. Alright, now we're getting into the squirrely. So we're going to do a 3 Samuel. Samuel over here. Give it the gauge, we're good there. We're going from a 3 to a 4, so I'm using a number 1 master wafer. And it's a 4, so we're using a number 4 driver. And it's been out. This is basic pinning. And then alright, number 6 is beautiful. All I need is a 2 Mary. Don't have to get weird. Don't have to get nothing else. So 2 Mary. And these do. Generally, when you do an M3, you are bow to tip. Yeah, I see stuff gets differently, but it's still bow to tip. You just have to play that game, and we'll get into IC later. Alright, so let's get us some springs here. Get some of these guys separated out so they'll be useful. Alright. And we will press the springs, close our hand over this. We'll try our master. Ooh, apparently I screwed something up. Alright, now these things will happen. Now you have to figure out where that occurred at. So I'm going to dump our last chamber. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to rub that one. Line it up. And we'll see. Let's see if there's still a problem. Alright, our change key works. our masterworks. Alright, so one of those two chambers was giving us a wee bit of trouble. So now we'll figure out which one it was. So our chamber number 5 is a 3 Samuel. Let's see if we use the right one. 3 aft. Going to the right, so that is a Samuel. And it was going to a 4, so we got a number 1 master wafer and a number 4 driver. Alright, that's wonderful. That is magnificent. So let's double check our final one. Make sure that was a 2 Mary. And it was not. That was the problem. We used a Sam. We need a 2 Mary. Pay attention to what you're doing as you're doing it, otherwise you will have to take stuff apart. We just did. Alright, you drop the number 2 in there. Fight your way past the springs. Where's that little nubby nub? Nubby nub there. And number 2 over here. And this spring right here. Yada yada yam. There you go. Sidebar, retraction, slider is doing what it's supposed to do, and you can rest easy. Now you can be content that it's going to function and go where it's supposed to go. So we'll stop. We'll get a top cap on this guy right here. Come here, you. Oh, these guys are ever so much fun. This is like a 3-hand operation, so I tend to hold it with my pinky. Whoops. Kind of get it braced up against a little bit of rubber there. Get the slider. And then you get one of those. Stand by. I got to this. In this case, I ended up loading the number 6 chamber first. And then I had to slide this guy in from the front all the way backwards because it took us. That was going to bear with me a minute, and we'll get this guy back together and then we'll continue on. So we should do this up. Alright, so anyway. And 4. One Sam. And 3. And 4 driver. And we'll make sure we got to sweep these up. And we'll these real quick. Let's do the test. Move that out so they jump out. Okay. Looks like it's still doing good. Let's get this back for you. Number 4 is a 4 Mary. 2. And 4 driver. Back a little bit more to that. That's one got number 6. We need a 3 Sam. And a 1 master. And a 4 driver. And we'll put some back in these guys. And as I do, you pressure on it, knock that guy down, you don't squeeze this, push the spring down in, and slide that guy up. Catch the spring. Unless you fling it out like that, in which case, so you go get another one and do it again. And the last one. Alright. Got a cover in. and our master key works. So girls, and there you have it. Medeco biaxial M3, dealer key, user key, your key. They're all the same. One of the few things you cannot do out of a Lab 003, so if you're going to get into them, it's an investment, but there's a lot of dollars to be had in this investment. So click us a like, throw a subscribe. If you're digging what you're seeing, there's more Locksmithing 101 coming. Stay tuned. Peace on. Stay well. Be safe.